The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it.
Not a great plan.
What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Weird. We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story, just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Somebody said, blinding us with her usual charm and grace. I see. I mean, I'm seeing all of this and I'm like, Disney, you made her the wrong princess. She should be Sleeping Beauty because obviously she woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
It's so disrespectful for you to say something like that.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
What the fuck did you just say?
She was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere.
Shut the fuck up.
And the leader that her late father told her that she could be.
You serious?
Disney's live-action Snow White has become the entertainment industry's most unexpected battleground. Behind the glossy trailers and carefully curated press releases lies a story filled with feuds, controversies, and questions Disney doesn't want to answer. Why are fans accusing Rachel Zegler of disrespecting Disney's legacy? What led Gal Gadot to hint that she felt sidelined in the project? And is Snow White the latest sign of Disney losing its magic altogether? While everyone else is recycling the same old stories, we're here to uncover the details no one else is talking about. When Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs premiered in 1937, it was hailed as a triumph of innovation and storytelling. Walt Disney risked everything to produce the world's first full-length animated film, and it paid off, earning critical acclaim and commercial success. The story of Snow White wasn't just about a princess. It was a tale of hope, resilience, and the triumph of good over evil. For decades, the movie remained a beloved classic, a cornerstone of Disney's identity. But with the live-action remake, Disney has taken a drastically different approach. Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, reflected on this shift. The original Snow White was magical because it was simple. This version is not simple. Rachel Zegler's take, however, was more pointed. The original movie might have been revolutionary in its time, but it's not the kind of story we should tell today. We've moved past outdated ideas about women and love. This stark difference in perspectives begs the question: can Disney modernize a beloved classic without losing the very essence that made it timeless? The casting decisions for Snow White set the tone for what would become one of Disney's most polarizing projects. Fans were thrilled to see Gal Gadot as the evil queen, a role perfectly suited to her commanding presence. But Rachel Zegler's casting as Snow White sparked immediate backlash. Not only did fans question whether she fit the traditional image of Snow White, but her outspoken interviews added fuel to the fire. In one particularly controversial statement, Zegler said, "Snow White isn't about finding love anymore. She's about finding herself." While some applauded the message, others felt it dismissed the charm of the original story. One viral comment encapsulated the divide. "If Snow White doesn't believe in true love, why should we believe in her?" Even Gal Gadot hinted at her own concerns, subtly stating, "Every story evolves, but the heart of it should remain the same." Rachel Zegler has been at the center of the controversy, thanks to a string of statements that have alienated fans and sparked heated debates. She called Prince Charming a stalker and dismissed the original Snow White as terrifying and outdated. These comments didn't just spark outrage, they became the face of the backlash against the remake. One fan tweeted, "How do you star in a movie when you openly hate the story it's based on? This isn't reinvention, it's disrespect." But Zegler didn't stop there. In another interview, she remarked, "Snow White is about empowerment now. She's not dreaming of a prince, she's dreaming of power." While Disney has tried to control the narrative, insiders reveal that Zegler's comments have created chaos within the studio. One executive reportedly described her as unmanageable. The behind-the-scenes drama between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler has only added to the chaos. Sources suggest that their differing political views created tension from the start. Gadot, an outspoken supporter of Israel, reportedly clashed with Zegler, who has shared pro-Palestinian sentiments. While neither has directly addressed their differences, their social media activity has fueled speculation. One particularly telling moment was Gadot's post quoting Martin Luther King Jr. "Only love can drive out hate." Fans interpreted it as a subtle dig at Zegler's activism. Crew members described the atmosphere on set as tense but professional, with both actresses reportedly avoiding each other off camera. This feud raises a bigger question. Did Disney's casting decisions create a perfect storm of conflict, or is this just another chapter in the company's struggle to navigate modern narratives? Disney's attempts to modernize its stories have drawn both praise and criticism. Under Bob Chapek, the studio doubled down on progressive narratives, but the results have been mixed at best. Films like Lightyear and Strange World failed to resonate with audiences, leading to box office flops and growing frustration among fans. Gal Gadot addressed this in a recent interview, saying, "Audiences want to be entertained, not lectured. If the message overshadows the story, you've lost them." Critics argue that Snow White is falling into the same trap, prioritizing messaging over storytelling. The question is, can Disney find a balance, or is it alienating the very audience it relies on? The trailer for Snow White was supposed to build excitement, but it became one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history. With over 700,000 dislikes, the backlash was immediate and overwhelming. Gal Gadot reportedly felt sidelined during the promotional campaign, with insiders claiming her character's key scenes were cut. Meanwhile, Rachel Zegler's interviews added to the controversy, with one fan commenting, "She's done more damage to this movie than any critic could." With such a disastrous start, the question is, can Disney recover, or is Snow White already doomed? Behind the controversy lies a deeper problem: Disney's financial struggles. Under Bob Chapek's leadership, the company faced mounting losses, particularly in its streaming division. Bob Iger's return as CEO was supposed to signal a turnaround, but the challenges remain. From underperforming films to the backlash against Snow White, Disney's future hangs in the balance. One analyst put it bluntly: if Disney can't recapture its magic, it risks losing its most loyal audience. The controversy has had a significant impact on the film's stars. Rachel Zegler has faced intense backlash online, with some fans calling for her to be replaced. Gal Gadot, meanwhile, has reportedly distanced herself from the project, skipping key promotional events and focusing on other roles. One insider revealed, this movie was supposed to be a career milestone for both actresses, but it's become a PR nightmare. The Snow White drama raises a bigger question: what's next for Disney's live-action remakes? With mixed results from films like The Little Mermaid and Mulan, fans are questioning whether these reimaginings are worth the risk. Some insiders suggest that Disney may scale back its remakes, focusing instead on original content. But can the studio regain the trust of its audience, or has the damage already been done? Social media has become the epicenter of the backlash against Disney's Snow White remake. Platforms like Twitter and YouTube are flooded with fan reactions, many of them overwhelmingly negative. The trailer itself set the tone, amassing over 700,000 dislikes, but it didn't stop there. Fans have launched petitions demanding Disney halt the movie's release or recast Rachel Zegler. One Change.org petition titled "Save Snow White's Legacy" has already gained tens of thousands of signatures. On Reddit, entire threads dissect every controversial comment made by Zegler, with one user writing, "This isn't progress. It's a cash grab wrapped in a fake message of empowerment." Disney's response hasn't helped. The studio disabled comments on YouTube and avoided directly addressing fan concerns. Instead of calming the waters, this move has only inflamed criticism, with fans accusing Disney of silencing their voices. The question remains, is Disney underestimating the power of fan-driven narratives? If the backlash continues to grow, will the company be forced to rethink its release strategy entirely? While fans are making their voices heard, the Snow White controversy hasn't gone unnoticed within Hollywood itself. Industry insiders are reportedly divided on the project. Some see it as a bold attempt to modernize a classic, while others view it as a cautionary tale of what happens when studios alienate their core audience. Fans have launched petitions demanding Disney halt the movie's release or recast Rachel Zegler. One Change.org petition titled "Save Snow White's Legacy" has already gained tens of thousands of signatures. On Reddit, entire threads dissect every controversial comment made by Zegler, with one user writing, "This isn't progress. It's a cash grab wrapped in a fake message of empowerment." Disney's response hasn't helped. The studio disabled comments on YouTube and avoided directly addressing fan concerns. Instead of calming the waters, this move has only inflamed criticism, with fans accusing Disney of silencing their voices. The question remains, is Disney underestimating the power of fan-driven narratives? If the backlash continues to grow, will the company be forced to rethink its release strategy entirely? While fans are making their voices heard, the Snow White controversy hasn't gone unnoticed within Hollywood itself. Industry insiders are reportedly divided on the project. Some see it as a bold attempt to modernize a classic, while others view it as a cautionary tale of what happens when studios alienate their core audience. According to insiders, Gadot was promised a significant role with pivotal moments to showcase her acting range. However, during editing, many of these scenes were either shortened or removed entirely. One source claimed Gadot was supposed to have a transformative moment as the evil queen, but it's barely there in the final version. This decision has left fans questioning Disney's strategy. With Gadot's star power, the evil queen could have been the film's standout character, drawing in audiences regardless of the Snow White controversy. Instead, it seems Disney has missed an opportunity to leverage one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. The question now is, could a more prominent role for Gadot have shifted the narrative around this film? Or was it too late to save the project no matter what? The Snow White controversy is more than just a PR nightmare. It's a wake-up call for Disney. The studio has long relied on live-action remakes as a cornerstone of its strategy, but the backlash against Snow White raises serious questions about the sustainability of this approach. Bob Iger, who returned as CEO to stabilize the company, recently emphasized the need for Disney to refocus on storytelling. But with the studio struggling to balance nostalgia with modern themes, the path forward isn't clear. Some analysts speculate that Disney might scale back its live-action remakes, focusing instead on original content and animated films. Others believe the studio will double down, attempting to fine-tune its approach to avoid future controversies. The stakes couldn't be higher. As one entertainment journalist put it, if Disney can't recapture its magic, they risk losing the audience that built their empire. Ultimately, the Snow White remake could be remembered as a turning point for Disney. Whether it's a cautionary tale or the start of a new chapter remains to be seen. The live-action Snow White isn't just a movie, it's a turning point for Disney. Between the casting controversies, behind-the-scenes drama, and marketing disasters, this project has become a symbol of the company's struggles. So, what do you think? Has Disney lost its way, or is this just a necessary evolution for a new era? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories no one else is telling.